ice in my veins, but you know I'm about to pull more.
Time will only tell. You can try me if you want. Like it get real crazy. You can try me if you want. We gon' find out soon. We gon' find out soon. Let the record play. We gon' find out soon. Look me in my eyes. You can try me if you want. We don't got the same drive. You can try me if you want. We gon' find out soon. We gon' find out soon. Let the record play. We gon' find out soon. We gon' find out soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, how are you today? Shane, what's going on, brother? How you doing? Hope you're having a fantastic day today. The New York Giants are preparing for the Seattle Seahawks. Dev Finch, what is going on, brother? Hope you are having a fantastic and blessed day. So the Giants are preparing for the Seattle Seahawks. Geno Smith, according to PFF, is a top 15 quarterback in the league. So that's who the Giants got. Hey, Jigga, man, how you doing? Yeah, Shane, it's Friday today. It's Friday. Love it. The weekend. Football. Football started last night with Detroit. Damn. Can't believe Detroit. They might actually have a solid season this year. But okay, the Giants preparing for the Seahawks. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Mr. Daniel Jones and the comments that were made by the San Francisco 49ers. We're going to talk a little bit about Saquon Barkley. Saquon might actually might return before Andrew Thomas returns. Kind of not what you want. You want that big body in Andrew Thomas. You want that big left tackle to return as soon as humanly possible. But that might not happen. And Dable does not want to push Andrew Thomas. Listen, you give him all that money, and it sucks that the anchor on your offensive line is just not ready. That Giant offensive line is just putrid. They're so bad. A lot of inexperience on that offensive line. A lot of inexperience. They are ranked 32 according to PFF. They are ranked dead last in the NFL through the first 3 weeks of the season. But the thing is, too, you're without your best guy. You have Evan Neal over there at right tackle, who's still growing, and I think he's improving, by the way. You have a rookie over there at center, and you have a lot of inexperience in the interior line. Right? Your left guard, your right guard, Glowinski freaking sucks. But Dev Finch, when is your birthday? I feel like you talked about this last week and I just forgot. But yeah, I'm telling a few people that I'm live so they could tune in and watch. But this Giants offensive line is awful and a lot of inexperience. And I think that, with this inexperience, you did not think or feel that Andrew Thomas was going to miss any time, right? He just got hurt. It happens. It's football. It happens. But that's your anchor. That's your guy. That's one of the top paid offensive linemen in the league. Greetings from Costa Rica. Go Giants. Yeah. Costa Rica. How is it over there? Good. I've never been. I don't know if I want to either, but I hope it's treating you well. But listen, you got this offensive line that's kind of not built around because you don't build an offensive line around an offensive lineman. But the Giants should have seen this coming too going into the year with the amount of inexperience on this line. There's a lot of it. There's a lot of inexperience. And them failing to address it and them thinking that, hey, Glowinski is gonna be okay. Ezeudu's gonna be okay, who's just in his second year in the league. And I felt like he was kind of holding his own over there at left tackle, but according to PFF, they all stink. All of them. And Schmidt's up the middle. I love the guy. Had a really good camp. I really do. I like him. I think he's going to be a very good center for years to come. It's just the kid's a rookie. He's a rookie. So when it comes to rookies and being an offensive lineman, it's going to take a little while for them to develop, to get acclimated. It just happens. Andrew Thomas, he was awful his first year. Second year, kind of, growing as a player and growing into his own. And then all of a sudden last year, fantastic season. Top 5 lineman in the league, in my opinion. One of the best tackles in the league. He got awarded an enormous contract. Enormous deal. Well deserved. It's just now, football being football, he's hurt. He's hurt. And going in against the Seattle Seahawks, I hope Daniel Jones will be okay. I really do. The Seattle Seahawks, let me share my screen with you guys so you guys know what the heck I'm talking about. Share screen. Let's go to the Seahawks. All right. So if you're looking at what I'm looking at, you have, this is the Seattle Seahawks. This is PFF. PFF, now, if you guys did not know, if you see players in the green, means they're playing well, means they're having a good year and they're doing what they have to do. Now, if you look at the Seahawks offense, right, that would be on the bottom here. If you look at the Seahawks offense, you have Metcalf, according to PFF, rated the 23rd receiver in the league with a 75.8 rating. That's green. Their offensive line, some yellows, but their left tackle is kind of heading into the green there. You have the rookie with rated 96, not 96th. Not the greatest, not having the greatest start to his season, but he's a rookie. He'll need some time. Noah Fant, my goodness. The Broncos must be hating themselves for giving him up. Man, I feel bad for the Broncos. That 70-20 loss was atrocious. Atrocious. But then you have Lockett on the other side, 68.9. Geno Smith, former New York Giant, 75.5 rating, the 12th rated quarterback in the league, according to PFF. In the league, 12th, Geno Smith. Then you have their running back, Walker, rated 7th with the 75 rating. So then, let me share my Giants screen with you guys. Let's go over here. Let me share the Giants screen with you. And with the Giants, you have, let's look at their defense. Thibodeau, 36.6 rating, right over here. 36.6. Awful. Missing tackles, not getting after the quarterback. Yeah, he got a sack. He got 2 tackles, I believe, in last game. But the week prior, he didn't get 1 tackle. And we talked about this last week. I hate beating a dead horse, but you were the top 5 pick in the draft. Top 5 pick. I expect you to be a little bit better than what you're playing like. He's a little bit of a disappointment. I hope he could turn it around. I really do. I do. And that sack very early on in the game, great. Love to see it. But what else did you do for me in that game? What else have you done for me this year, Tibbs? The kid has a lot of swag. He's gotta play with that swag. He's got to play with that kind of confidence, because on the field, I don't see it. And yes, getting double covered, of course it won't be easy, but at the same time too, that 36.6 rating isn't going to cut it. It won't cut it. Absolutely no way. So that has to improve. Thibodeau has to improve. He's the X factor on defense for the Giants. If he has a better week and against this pretty good Seattle offense, that's what the Giants are relying on, is him. Then you have Okereke, rated 49th overall linebacker in the league, 61.7. That's a guy that you were bringing in, an elite tackler, bringing in, and you're thinking, all right, we're going to have tackling taken care of. And then week three, awful. I believe 16 missed tackles overall by the defense. Just awful. That they got to get better. They have to get better. Isaiah Simmons, 68.6. Are you kidding me? Isaiah Simmons, 68.6 rating. That's nuts. More than Okereke? More than Thibodeau? Ojulari, hopefully he comes back. And then you have the interior lineman, Leonard Williams, 82.1 rating. Now that's very good. Very good. Sexy Dexy, 91, rated the second interior lineman in the league. Interior defensive lineman in the league. So I'm hoping, and Seattle scored 37 points up against the Carolina Panthers last week. I'm hoping that this defense, that doesn't happen against this defense, because it very well could. It could. But let's also be fair. Let's be a little fair. The Giants played, they got outplayed by the Cowboys week 1. And it's hilarious. The Cowboys beat the Giants, whipped them, and yes, a lot of mistakes were made on the Giants' end. A lot of mistakes. Mistakes that should not have been made. However, them smoking the Giants, then the next week, the Giants getting their butts handed to them by the Cardinals. And then the second half, the Giants just come back, have one of the best halves that we've seen this season. And they beat the Cardinals. And then the following week, the Cowboys lose to the Cardinals. It's hilarious. I think it's funny. I think it's really funny personally. But this Giants defense, if they could go and disrupt Geno Smith, if they could go and disrupt this Seattle Seahawks offense, we may have a chance. But also, too, we have to be fair. The offense has to play well. Okay? The offense has to play well. And back to the previous point, the offense being rated 32nd in the league. That's dead last in the NFL. Look at this offensive line. Look how bad this offensive line is. Left tackle Azudu. Andrew Thomas most likely will not be back. Bredesen, I think he's returning this week. I think. But Azudu most likely will get another start over there at left tackle. Michael Schmitz Jr. had a very good camp. Having a not so good rookie season. Rated 32nd according to PFF out of the 34 centers in the league. Out of the 34 qualified centers. Then right tackle Evan Neal, a guy that I think is improving. He had such a bad year last season that this 40.9 doesn't look as bad. But it's still bad. Right guard McKeithen. I like these kids getting opportunities, but still bad. If this offensive line does not protect Daniel Jones, it's going to be a big problem. It's going to be a huge problem. Paris Campbell rated 104 out of 106 in the league. We gave you, 1 year deal, but $7.5 million for 1 year. And you fail. Your yards after catch is so damn bad. You catch the ball and they tackle you immediately. Create more separation. This offensive line, not very good. So now these receivers, in my opinion, have to improvise. Paris Campbell, you have to improvise. Because if you don't, we're going to be dead in the water again. This offensive line doesn't look like it's going to improve, especially without our best guy in Andrew Thomas. It doesn't look that way. It doesn't. And I don't want to be a pessimist. That's not what I want to do. But at the same time, we have to be real. We have to be real about all of this. And Paris Campbell rated 104 out of 106, getting paid over $7 million. I expect you to create more separation. I expect that yards after a catch to be a bit better. Because right now, that's why your rating's so low. That's why. Darren Waller rated 10th. Tight end. Listen, he dropped quite a few passes last game too. He dropped quite a few. And Daniel Jones, 21st overall quarterback in the league. 67.4 rating, not too bad. But then you have the San Francisco 49ers kind of calling Daniel Jones out and not really saying nice things about Mr. Daniel Jones. Okay, so I'm going to read it to you here. You have the graphic up there on the screen. But one anonymous source from the 49ers said the dude did not want to throw the ball. Early on, you could tell it wasn't going to happen. Everything was a check down. And at that point, we knew what time it was. Overall, Jones threw for 22 out of 32, 137 passing yards, sacked twice. But the one thing that Daniel Jones failed to do, and he's getting paid a lot of money to do this one thing, but he didn't do it. He didn't run the football. Incredibly athletic quarterback, didn't run the football at all. So this is what Dre Greenlaw, this is what you guys are seeing on the screen. This is what Dre Greenlaw had to say about Mr. Daniel Jones. A lot of people who make all that money don't deserve it. I think they took a chance. I mean, he's not bad. And if you ain't got nothing better, holy crap. Holy crap. Just say that the guy sucks, Greenlaw. I don't think Jones sucks. I don't think he sucks at all, quite frankly. I think the receiver's not creating enough separation for him, and the offensive line being lackluster is why this offense hasn't really scored much. The Giants hung around with the 49ers last week, believe it or not. That final score really wasn't the true final score. They really hung around with the 49ers. That's why the Seattle Seahawks really don't scare me all that much. Because the Giants at least were competitive. It's just that offensive line was atrocious. It was atrocious. Daniel Jones, though. Daniel Jones had some things to say regarding the negative comments made by a few 49er players. Daniel Jones says he saw the comments, but he's focused on what we're doing. And they're trying to get back on track. Jones, being the classy man that he is, well media trained, said, hey, they won. They've got good players on defense, and they won. We're focused on us, focused on what we're doing here. And then, so Jones says the right things, does the right things. Jason Lang, how you doing? How are you today? I hope you are having a blessed day today. I really do. Thank you for joining. I really appreciate it. If you guys want to come on, let's leave some stuff in the chat here. Help me, help the host. Let's go. I mean, I could talk all day, whatever. But listen, are the Giants wrong for giving Daniel Jones what they gave him? No. No, absolutely not. They're not wrong. Because just what Greenlaw said, if you got nothing better, no, I don't think it's that bad. I think that Jones being under pressure almost half the time this season, that's a lot. And Jones, not his receivers not creating any separation. And we saw how important Saquon Barkley was to this offense. We saw without Saquon Barkley what this offense could look like. And it's not pretty. It's not pretty. Brightwell dropping a pass when he was wide open. If Saquon Barkley was out there, if he was that open, he makes that, and then his yards after catch are freaking crazy. He will go make a play, go get a first down, and then some. So the Giants really missed Saquon. What was it? 11 carries, 32 yards on the ground by the Giants? But we have some good news about Mr. Saquon Barkley. We got some good news. Barkley has been seen practicing And he's not limping. He seems okay. So now, if you're the Giants and you know how important Saquon Barkley is to you, listen, if you're the 49ers and you lose McCaffrey, you would have felt it last week against the Giants because the Giants played a really close game. They did. So you would feel it if you lose a guy like McCaffrey. You feel it, and the Giants felt it when they lost a guy like Saquon Barkley. They felt it. So now a high ankle sprain, something that should keep him out 3 weeks. He's been seen practicing. That's the latest. He's been seen practicing, not limping, seems okay. I guess they're going to test that ankle a little bit more. But he's not ruled out for Monday night. At least not yet. Unless he was ruled out now. No, he's not ruled out. So now you're talking about Saquon Barkley potentially playing this Sunday when he should have been out, but also, too, the extended break. What was it, 12 days? Something like that. Because they played on Thursday night. Then obviously didn't play that Sunday. Obviously won't be playing this Sunday. Instead playing Monday night. That extended break might have helped out Barkley and the whole healing process for his ankle. It might have helped. And Barkley against I forgot his numbers. Maybe I have him in my desk, actually. Saquon Barkley against the Cardinals. He was good. I believe what? Almost 100 total yards? Barkley had? Horrible. Here we go. These are the Niners. Yeah, so anyway, my point is the Giants, it really showed. The Giants missed Saquon Barkley. Matt Breida, God bless him. But he's not a viable replacement. He's not. And that's not what you want to see. That's not what you want to hear. But he's not. So bringing in Saquon Barkley and him returning is important, and it's imperative to the Giants' success this season. Now, this is where it gets sticky. I want to talk about Barkley for a little bit. This is where it gets sticky with him. He's on that 1 year. They could franchise tag him once again. They could bring him back on a tag. I believe it's for 15, 16 million. So they do that. He might not want to play on that. He might want that 3 or 4 year deal like he wanted this past offseason, but failed to get it. But now, high ankle sprain, your whole thing is injuries. That's why the Giants did not want to commit long-term to you. So it was like, hey, prove to us that you could stay healthy, that you could play. And then we will consider the contract that you want. Well, he got hurt. He got hurt week 2. At the end of the game, but he got hurt week 2. But the thing is, you missed him in week 3. He's so good. He makes such an impact on this team. It's like, what do you do? Chat, if anybody's there, feel like I'm talking to myself. What do you do? Do you lock up Barkley after him getting hurt? Do you lock him up to a long-term deal? Or do you just tag him and hope he doesn't complain about it? Because if he comes back and he plays incredibly well the rest of the way, which I hope they don't rush him back. If they do that, I hope they don't rush him back. Just give him time to heal. Give him time to do what he's got to do. But would you give Saquon Barkley a long-term extension. Long-term in football is like 3 years. Would you do it? I don't know. It's just like if you don't do it, you're going to lose an incredibly quality player, one of the best backs in the league. But then if you do it, he might miss some time. He might miss 20% of the season every year for those 3 or 4 years that you'll have him or more. So that's the knock on Barkley. That was the knock on Barkley. That's the knock on Barkley right now, if he could stay healthy. And him getting that high ankle sprain, yeah, it's more of a freak thing. Kind of can't help that. When you're getting smacked around by these gargantuan human beings that are pure muscle. I got an alert on Twitter. Let's see if it's Giants. No, it's not Giants related. But listen, Giants, Seahawks. I hope we could come out on top. Personally, I think we will. It's just because we've been playing better teams, and the 49ers are a very good one. They're going to have a very good season. So I think we're going to win. I believe we're going to win, especially if we have Saquon back. I think we're going to win. But this is something that I want to talk about. Something that just popped in my head. If Kayvon Thibodeau, if for some reason he's not working, right? Let's say he has a rough couple weeks. He's a second-year player. You drafted him 5th overall. Now, I've seen some people say, and I believe I mentioned this last week, I've seen some people say, hey, Osi Umenyiora took a while to heat up. Michael Strahan took a while to heat up. Justin Tuck. Jonathan, how you doing? Justin Tuck took a while to heat up. Those guys weren't top 5 picks. Those guys weren't even first-round draft picks. Osi Umenyiora was picked in the 2nd round. Michael Strahan was picked in the 2nd round. And Justin Tuck, I believe, was picked in the 3rd. So comparing Kayvon to those guys, it's unfair. It's unfair to those guys. Because those guys weren't expected to be as good as they were. Kayvon is. I'm not saying to be Micah Parsons. That's unrealistic. But what I am saying is I expect a little bit better from you in your 2nd year. So, my thing is, you're the New York Giants. You have Kayvon Thibodeau, 5th overall pick back in 2022. Do you think about trading him? Do you trade him? I'm being 100% real. Do you trade Thibodeau? Because do you trade him, or do you fire the defensive coordinator? Do you try to bring somebody else in to try to make this work a little better for him? Like I said, Tibbs getting double teamed, it doesn't help him. But do you trade a guy like Thibodeau, okay, a 5th-year dude, 2nd-year dude, 5th overall pick in 2022, projected to be the number 1 overall pick in 2022, but didn't work out. Yo, what's going on? Hope you're having a great day, brother. How was the doctor? Are you good? Hope you're having a great day. So he's going to be joining me, by the way. I'm excited for that. I'm incredibly excited for that. With Thibodeau, do you trade him? Right? Do you trade him and you go and get an offensive lineman? Do you trade a guy who you have, going to sound like I'm talking baseball, you have practically 3.5 years of control in Thibodeau? Do you trade him for a good offensive lineman? Maybe. Dev Finch, why do I need a co-host? I saw that you said that, Yankees Morning Brew. I saw that you said that. took a little offense to that. I built the channel almost 13,000 subscribers by myself. I had no co-host. I want Hector. I think we would work great together. So anyway, let's get back to it. So with Thibodeau, I think personally with him, you could maybe move him if it's not working out. But just because he's got 3.5, you have him for 3.5 years, right? You have him for 3.5 years. And then you could maybe, I know, and been a lot better. Dev, honestly, I don't know what you're talking about. To be honest with you, I don't know what you're talking about. I really don't. But anyway, yeah. Let me know. Let me know what you guys think. If it's crazy, if you think it's crazy for the Giants to even entertain moving on from Thibodeau and getting a very good young offensive lineman. If you want to do that, you could use Thibodeau as an asset to trade for something that you really need. I want Tibbs to work out here in the worst way I want it to work out. I do. But so far it hasn't. So far he's regressed in his second year. I wish PFF would show me how much a player was double teamed, because I might be slighting Thibodeau a little bit. I wish they would show me how much he was double teamed, because I don't know that number. But through the first 3 games of the season, three solo tackles. He's got 3 solo tackles. You're the 5th overall pick back in 2022. 3 solo tackles. Don't give me this crap. Don't give me this crap that, OC took a while. Strahan took a while. Tuck took a while. They weren't top 5 picks in the draft. They weren't top 5. Thibodeau's top 5. 3 tackles in your second year. Play better than that. Play better than that. I don't care if I sound freaking crazy that I'm proposing the potential idea of trading Thibodeau. It doesn't matter to me. What matters is he's the 5th overall pick in 2022, and it looks like he's regressing this season. That can't happen. Give him time. Give him time. 5th overall pick. And you stink right now. Oh, you don't play the game at a professional level. But I spend my friggin' money. I want to show you something. This is a Derek Jeter Hall of Fame bat. I wanted it so damn bad. My wife said, "Hey, Joe." She actually didn't say anything. It was actually kind of sweet. Hope she's watching. I saw this on the commercial. I was like, "Baby, I really want it." She says, "Joey, I wish I could buy," smack myself in the face. "I wish I could buy it for you, but we just don't have that in the budget." I'm like, "Okay, baby, okay." Little did I know, she was in the next room buying me this stupid bat. Not stupid, I love it. My point is, this bat was like $180. We put money into these teams. So I don't want to hear, "Oh, you don't play the game. Oh, this, you can't criticize a player." Grow a thicker skin. You're playing at the highest level. The highest level. Grow a thicker skin. I expect Thibodeau to have more than 3 tackles in year 2. 3 tackles in year 2. Are you kidding me? 2, what? He had 1 tackle week 1, no tackles Week 2, 2 tackles week 3 and a sack. Good for you. You got a sack. Do better, man. Do better. I constantly say, let's not compare Thibodeau to Micah Parsons. But I'm bringing up Micah Parsons right now. I just want to see how unfair I'm being to Thibodeau, because I don't think I'm being unfair at all. Thibodeau, Micah Parsons, okay. Micah Parsons this season, 12 tackles. 12 tackles through the first 3 games of the year. Micah Parsons. Thibodeau has 3. He's got 3. At least have half of what Micah has. I feel like 12 for Micah's kind of low. When you spend the 5th overall pick on somebody like Thibodeau, you just expect better results. You do. And PFF rates him 51.5. Pass rush. 32.7 run defense. Thibodeau, you got to be better than that. 5th overall pick, got to be better. What would you guys do? Geno Smith comes down here and whips our butt. That would suck. And that could happen if Thibodeau doesn't step it up this week. That could happen. So Thibodeau, get to Geno Smith. Please. There was a play earlier this year with Aaron Donald. Should have been a New York Giant. Jonathan brought that up last week. Jonathan's always great. Brings up last week that the Giants took Odell Beckham Jr. over Aaron Donald. Well, Aaron Donald went and was going to go tackle Geno Smith. Geno Smith he was like, oh, crap, and just threw the ball. I forget what he said over what he actually said, but it was hysterical. Go Google that, look that up. It's freaking funny. It was funny. I hope Thibodeau can do that to Geno Smith. I hope so. That's what you want. Oh, breaking news. We got an injury report today. Andrew Thomas did not play. All right, so he might be ruled out. He might be. He's not ruled out yet. Azeez Ojulari, he was in practice. DJ Davidson, D lineman, was in practice. Daniel Bellinger, same thing. Saquon Barkley was in practice, and like I said earlier, didn't seem like he was limping on it. He seemed pretty okay. But full practice, Ben Bredesen. We're going to need him too. Because he was out last week, right? We're going to need him too. Mr. Bredesen. So listen. Like I said earlier. Am I being too hard on Kayvon? Am I being too hard on the guy? Am I screaming and yelling into this microphone, having unrealistic expectations for a guy who was selected 5th overall? I don't even think, when was Micah Parsons selected? He was selected 12th overall. Micah Parsons. Kayvon needs to play better. I would love it if he just shoves. He needs to shove. He's my X factor this week. He's my X factor. He needs to come in and freaking shove. I never used that term, by the way. I never did. I don't say he should shove. He's gonna go cook. And I don't say that stuff. It's not what I say. But anywho, I think the Giants are gonna win this weekend. I think they're gonna win. I think that they've been playing teams besides the Cardinals. They've been playing teams that were better than they were, and just outperforming them. And out of all facets, whether it was in terms of talent and coaching. The Giants had literally 12 days to prepare for the Seahawks game for a team that isn't as good as the Cowboys, in my opinion. They are not as good as the 49ers, in my opinion. So I think the Giants have this one in the bag. I believe the Giants will go 2-2, and they're going to have a big week. Kayvon, I predict that he's going to have a big week. I'm a little hard on him. I know that, but I think Mr. Kayvon Thibodeau will have a big week this week. He needs to. He needs it. Desperately needs it. And that's really it. That's all I got. So listen, I love you guys. I'm a little under the weather. I've been dealing with like nausea. Maybe I got the stupid bat in my hand. Maybe it's because of the weather being bad. I don't know. But I'm feeling a little something right now. So I don't want to like do something gross. So please, if you enjoyed this, subscribe. We're increasing this to 2 shows. I'm getting my boy Hector as a co-host, baby. There we go. I'm excited for that. So guys, listen, thank you so much for tuning in. This is Joe. Until next time.